The rain hammered down like bullets on that cold November night. Marcus Hayes, a former Marine with a bad knee and an even worse memory of the war, was driving home when he saw her. A little girl, maybe 7 years old, sitting alone in a wheelchair on the side of the road. No umbrella, no jacket, just soaking wet and shivering like a leaf in the storm. He pulled over immediately. "Hey, sweetheart, where are your parents?" His voice was gentle, but his heart was already breaking. She looked up at him with these big brown eyes filled with tears and rain, and she whispered, "They left me here. They said I was too much trouble." Marcus felt his blood run cold. Who could do this to a child? He didn't hesitate. He lifted her into his truck, wheelchair and all, and wrapped her in his old Marine jacket. "You're safe now," he told her. "I promise." Her name was Emma. She'd been born with a condition that left her unable to walk, and her foster parents, the ones who were supposed to love her, had abandoned her like trash on the street because they didn't want to deal with her medical needs anymore. Marcus was furious, but he stayed calm for her sake. He took her to the hospital first, made sure she was okay, then called child services. But here's where everything changed. As Marcus sat in that hospital waiting room, Emma grabbed his hand and said, "Please don't leave me too." And in that moment, this tough-as-nails veteran who'd survived tours in Iraq and Afghanistan, who'd seen things that would break most men, felt his heart shatter into a million pieces. He looked at this brave little girl who'd been thrown away by the world, and he made a decision that would change both their lives forever. "I'm not going anywhere," he told her, and he meant it. Marcus started the process to become Emma's foster parent. It wasn't easy. A single dad, living on a veteran's pension, dealing with his own PTSD, but he didn't care. He sold his motorcycle to buy her a better wheelchair. He learned everything about her condition, went to every doctor's appointment, every physical therapy session. He became her champion, her protector, her father. But life had one more twist waiting for them. 6 months after he'd found Emma, Marcus got a call from a lawyer. Turns out, Emma's biological mother, the one who'd given her up for adoption as a baby, had been searching for her for years. She was a wealthy businesswoman who'd been young and scared when Emma was born, and she'd spent a fortune trying to find her daughter. When she heard what Emma's foster parents had done, she was devastated. The meeting was tense. The mother wanted Emma back. She could give her everything: the best medical care, a mansion, private schools. Marcus sat there in his worn jeans and faded shirt, knowing he couldn't compete with that. But then Emma spoke up. This 7-year-old girl who'd been abandoned twice in her short life looked at her biological mother and said, "I want to stay with Marcus. He's my real dad. He chose me when no one else did." The room went silent. The mother started crying. And then she did something incredible. She didn't fight for custody. Instead, she offered to help. She set up a trust fund for Emma's medical expenses, helped Marcus get a better apartment, even found him a good job that worked with his disability. But Emma stayed with Marcus. Because family isn't about blood or money. It's about who shows up when the rain is falling and everyone else has walked away. Today, Emma is thriving. She's in dance classes, yes, adaptive dance. She's at the top of her class in school, and she's the happiest kid you'll ever meet. And Marcus? He finally found his purpose after the war. He found it in the eyes of a little girl who taught him that being a hero doesn't always mean fighting battles overseas. Sometimes it means pulling over in the rain when everyone else drives by. Sometimes the greatest act of courage is simply choosing to love when it's hard. And that's exactly what Marcus Hayes did.